Good morning, everyone. Because the morning seems to be when I can film these things. I wanted to leave a quick post and again trying to a different format for these things. So let me know how it works for you. If you like the quicker, more frequent updates, that I can do this. Obviously, I will forewarn people who expect it weekly. I may not do it weekly. Ugh, I'm sorry. A momentary adoring break. I may not do it weekly because not just that, I don't know my schedule day to day, but it's also because if I am trying to get something done in terms of either writing or if I am on a final read through for an editing phase, I tend to focus purely on that work. Are you getting sleepy? And I don't focus on too many other projects. At other times, I focus on a multitude of projects at a time. So I won't commit to doing these every single week or every single whatever. This is an update, so I have an update. But as I said, if you like these quick formats and want the more personal video kind of thing versus just written updates here and there, let me know. But this one is to update you that yesterday I finished Secrets Below Gargoyle Cavern, the formatting for publishing. I got the book up on Amazon as well as Draft 2 Digital, which will be going out to Barnes & Noble, Kobo, iBooks, and all the rest of the sites. I keep getting the emails letting me know. I believe I have gotten, I want to say 6 to 8 of them this morning. I woke up to some of them last night. Amazon had me up already as soon as I was cooking dinner. I thank you, Amazon, for getting them up so fast as of late. And today I will be getting up the paperback, not getting up for sale, but getting ready to get formatted. So that is what I will be working on today. I am also getting back to the update, the outline for the Sorceress world. I also have to work on the terminology for that because I think I am going to be changing the Sorceress world, because when I wrote the Dark Moon Dynasty universe, I have a sorceress in there. She's the enchantress. And then with my brain shut down. With my Guardian of Life world, I play into a lot of that stuff as well. And a lot of people are using the sorceress for their own kind of magical writing and whatnot, and I don't want to just have it look like I'm competing with them or following the same thing they're doing. So I am going to be thinking about what terminology I want to use, and if I do end up changing the sorceress, it's the term sorceress, in case you're like, what is she talking about? It's literally the term sorceress. If I do end up changing that, then it means that I'm going to have to also fix all the information, even the short that is currently published in that world, which is the Granddaughter's Magical Curfew, A Granddaughter's Magical Curfew. That is up currently for ebook and short paperback. So if I end up changing the sorceress on the branding, I have to change that again, because otherwise that's not working to have a brand that says Chronicles of the Sorceress if it's not a sorceress. Also, I'm trying to consider whether I want that to be a truly unique term, like a magical term that I come up with that will effectively mean sorceress, or if I want to do a common term that is used for sorceress and just change that. So that too I'm working on. I need to figure those things out, and as I outline the books in the what day are we on? We're on like Wednesday, right? I think it's Wednesday. I hope it's Wednesday. This probably won't go up on Wednesday though. But when I get back to the outline for the number 2 in the Sorceress World, and then the outline for the 3rd book, then that's gonna be something that I want to address, is the terminology, because I do think at this point, at the end of book 3 and at the end of book 2, and into book 3, there is a huge shift in her world. So I want to try to define that for her and show that she truly is something different, something unique, something that has not been seen in ever, essentially, because that's the whole point. I know a lot of people don't like those common themes in work and all that, but personally I do. So it's a lot of things that I do address, that ultimate, you are the one. It's just fun. But I do like to make my own spin on it. And I want to basically show how different she is. So having her called a sorceress when there have been sorceresses and witches and what else is there? I think that's the main words I've used so far. Even a dark sorceress. I want to define her as something truly unique and different. So as this story is really starting to deepen in at the end of book 2 and the start of book 3, I want to define that. I want to say to the reader, look, she's starting to realize something. She's starting to see that there's more there, that she is connected deeper to not just the magical realm, but the human realm, and she is being essentially like a bridge between the two, and her and Riegan, the male lead, his path is a lot like her path. They have gone through a lot of the same kind of things, but just on different sides for the human and the magical. And I want to show that as they heal that connection and bridge that gap, so too does end their own lives. Not necessarily them, because a huge theme for me is just complete acceptance of who we are as people and who we are as individuals and what we've been through in our lives, and realizing, if you're broken, as long as you're not going around screwing other lives up just to feel better or just to find that little boost of adrenaline or endorphins that it gives you and makes you feel better about yourself for that 5 seconds, and you're destroying yourself with things, either material or, stuff you drink and all that stuff. If you're not going around doing that and you're just trying to be you and live a normal life and connect to people and discover even who you are despite all of that, that for me is that kind of thing where it's like accepting who you are, accepting what you've been through, accepting that you may not be one of those people who, no matter how many things you try, no matter how much you attempt to go through and fix yourself, you're just not going to get fixed. You're just one of the outcasts, and that's fine. It's not going to destroy your life. It doesn't mean that you can't find joy in certain moments. It doesn't mean you can't find a relationship. Too many push the idea that unless you love yourself, you can't be loved. It's more about accepting love into your life and realizing that you can be broken, you can be screwed up, you can be messed up, but as long as you're not purposely putting that on somebody else, as long as you are not trying to destroy them or push that away and block that connection and be a bad person, that does not mean you cannot still find somebody who is capable of loving you, and eventually even you're capable of accepting it and loving them and having that strong connection. I think personally those type of people, like me, I'm right there. It's just that you need to find that deeper connection with somebody. You need to find that person who's right there with you, who will embrace that muck, who you can embrace their muck with, and you're not trying, it's not a toxic thing. You're both trying to help each other. Rise is the only word that's coming to mind because I said that to somebody the other day. But it's just, you're, like I've told my best friend sometimes, you are, as you rise, you help them rise. And as they rise, they help you rise. So then it's like a ladder system. You're rising and helping other people around you to go higher. And as they're doing it, they're helping you. It's a team thing. It's a partnership. That's what a lot of people who they've been through a lot of stuff and they have a lot of issues, I think works better for them, is just they're not base level. They're not shallow. They have to be a person willing to go that really deep into the darkness kind of stuff. So that's what also in this world is happening with Reagan, and right now she's Ava. She was Mia, but she reclaimed the name Ava because of a situation I'm not going to go into. May or may not keep that. I'm playing with the name Ava to see if I want to keep it, as I've mentioned in a previous video. But they've both been through a ton. They've both had their problems that have come up, things that they've been through, things that most people cannot handle. Most people would be like, whoa, that's way too much. That's really dark. I can't. It's too much. I can't even hear this. It's too dark and icky. I personally have been through so much stuff that a lot of the times when I hear other people's dark stories, I'm like, okay. And you gotta try harder to freak me out. It's really hard to freak me out or insult me or make me go, you knew. But that's what these two characters are also going through, is they have to see that that person is not gonna bolt, and they can together really connect once they start actually connecting. Because Reagan's kind of more of the, base level, she's gorgeous one, just keep her in my bed. But she needs something different because she's been there. And she's not going to go that route, because that route was the route that got her hurt, is the only thing I'll say without giving away spoilers. And on his side, he's tried to connect when he was younger, and he had a connection not with another person, but, parents and the realm and everything like that. So for him, he kind of is at that point where he's like, I don't want to do this. I'm not going to try to connect deeper, because when I connect deeper, they walk. They are easily swayed by rumors and opinions of other people. Whereas for her, she's also experienced that same thing, and they don't realize they've gone through a lot of that same stuff, even though it's a different version. Once they start to really open up and connect, there is that chance that they finally get to see through each other and through the discussions with each other and with each other's past and everything, they will be able to see. And I think that's the ultimate point that you get with people, is it's the same thing that I have with my best friend. What helps us that is not comfortable for other people or easy for other people is number one, we don't hide stuff. We are direct. If we have to have something out, we will discuss it until we're exhausted to ensure we're at the same point with each other. And we will keep discussing something to make sure we're clear with each other about where we're coming from, and we do the dirty work. We get in there and discuss things. A lot of people want to say that either whichever side they're on, for male or female, that the other side won't do that, or that it's for friendship versus romantic, it's not something to combine, or people won't do it, and everybody has their own biases and arguments against something like that. But I think it's the person you have to find, and they are rare, that person who can go down into that and have zero walls, zero holding back, zero, whatever word I'm looking for. They are willing to go deep and discuss heavily issues and work things out and understand the other side and have those deep discussions. That's a rare thing to find, but you can always feel that kind of connection to somebody that potentially might be there. And I think a huge telltale sign is just people who are wide open with you. When you try to be wide open, if they're wide open with you and they're honest with you and direct with you, that's how you can kind of tell, because this is the way that technically Reagan and Ava are seeing each other. When she asks a question, when she needs his help, he's right there, he's wide open. And he's seeing the same thing on her end. When he asks her a question, when he's there, she's wide open with him. But they still have that friction going on from all the stuff that's in here and all the stuff that's around them and everything that they are themselves trying to accomplish and they themselves are going through with their tasks, if you will, in the realm and in their lives and in the things that are coming at them constantly right now. They both have that friction and that fight, but they also keep wanting to be around each other and wanting to connect with each other. So I want to try to emphasize, that's why I also am playing with the different name, not Sorceress, but her name. I want to kind of emphasize that transition she's going through, just like Reagan is going through one. That I'm not gonna discuss that one because that one's kind of more spoilerish than I'm gonna give away. But they both have those but they both have their shifts they're doing. So I want to show that shift that Ava is going through, Ava/Mia, at the end of book 2 and into book 3, that she will claim her own name, because that is something she's always had to do, pave her own way, make her own decisions. Same with Reagan, but it's a different version of it, but it's following that same roadway. I do my other hand, but my hand's being used for a little pillow right now. But it's like a little roadway. He's on his path, she's on hers. A lot of times, if you look into soulmate paths or twin flame paths, they will discuss the same kind of stuff. Divine partner, they also, I think, will use that same explanation where one person's on this side, another is on this side, they're both going through their own, and then in the end, they might just converge if, I'll say, the stars align. You can look into those things if you'd like to study more on that. I don't want to specifically give details because that might give away story details saying that, and I don't want, I risk some spoilage. I don't want to risk all the spoilage. So I will wrap this up because this is not as a quick update, but I wanted to also leave it in the comments if you do like the little quick snippets. I went into just a little bit of that stuff that I'm trying to figure out for the Sorceress outline and why, but a lot of the quicker little updates would probably just be a quick little video, less than 10 minutes long, maybe 5 minutes, maybe less. If I do a 2-minute or less, I can upload directly to Twitter, and I was considering doing those too. That way you guys get more frequent videos, and I get a lot more used to talking on the video, which is also something I need to do, because for those of you new, moi does not like the camera. Moi gets very uncomfortable with attention on self, contrary to how it may come across at times. I'm just good at hiding that fact, but I don't like the camera. I get very uncomfortable with attention, and I think about that when I'm filming. It's not just me in the video. I start thinking, ooh, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people watching. So if I go, as I said in my welcome and intro and about video that's pinned on my homepage, if I were to go viral, I would probably hide. So more frequent things would also help me. Sleepy babies in the background. And on my arm, which is getting it's getting hard. My arm is hurting. So if you do like more frequent updates, just let me know. And I hope that you have a great day. I hope that you have a chance to help somebody smile. And I also want to throw that in. I do have the other chapter coming of Sofrier and Fieger of Adelanius Omega 3, but I have to record another one because that last one, I may not like the film quality of it. So if you are tuning in for that one on any of the paid platforms, right now I haven't seen anyone sign up, so I'm not too worried about rushing it out. But if you end up doing that, I will sample it here on YouTube, and then you get the full video somewhere else. So if you're paying attention and waiting for that and wondering where it's at, I just haven't got to it yet. Hands are full this past week. My hands have been full with dogs with tummy aches. Last night was probably the first night in over a week at this point that I have had a pretty decent night of sleep without getting up with babies with tummy aches. Thankfully, I think the tummy aches are over, because one dog would get it and then it would pass on. I thought it was a food that I mixed into the bowls, but now I think it was just a stomach ache that was making its rounds, because only a couple of the dogs didn't get it, and it took 2 days to clear up for each. So I was doing my best to keep them hydrated and still taken care of, despite the fact that they kept having to run to the bathroom, and a lot of laundry was being done, let me tell ya. So again, if you are looking for that chapter, It is coming. I just don't make solid schedules anymore because of everything I've got going on here. And as I was saying before, I hope that you have a great day. I hope that you are able to help somebody smile. And I hope that somebody is able to help you smile. And enjoy your day. He's so perfect, Sorn. Aww. Is he not your perfectest? Look at him. Oh my god. He's so perfect, Sorn. My little gremlin. You